The model and his manager. The camera pans over flashing lights, the chaos of the red carpet. Paparazzi scream a name over and over. Vincent, the top model, cold, magnetic, untouchable. Vincent walks like the world belongs to him. With his tall frame, sharp jawline, and that infamous unreadable stare, it almost does. But beneath the surface, beneath the fame, endorsements, and worldwide billboards, lives a quiet secret. His heart still belongs to a boy from 10 years ago, a boy named Kay. Vincent wasn't always a god. He was tall and striking, yes, but cold, distant, untouchable even then. No one dared to treat him like a person, except one. Kay, the school's taekwondo prodigy. Strong, calm, kind. He once saw Vincent sitting alone under the cherry blossom tree and handed him a sports drink with a small smile. No words, just that look. Like he saw him, not the image, but the boy. Vincent had never felt anything like it. For the first time in his life, someone made him feel real. But before Vincent could even understand what that feeling was, Kay was gone, disappeared. No goodbye, no trace. Vincent searched, secretly, desperately, and when he couldn't find him, he buried that part of himself deep. Instead, he became the man the world wanted him to be. Cold, perfect. A little red flag wrapped in luxury and lust. Kay returned to the entertainment world, not as a fighter, but as a manager. Sharp, composed, but still kind beneath it all. He had learned to hide his past, especially that part of it. But fate is cruel. One day, while managing a rising actor's hectic schedule, Kay turns a corner, and there he is. Vincent. 10 years hadn't dulled him one bit. If anything, he was even more powerful, more dangerously handsome. And when their eyes met, the world stilled. Vincent smirks. Manager Kay. Vincent makes his move. He demands Kay be transferred to manage him. No explanations. No negotiations. Just a cold command, wrapped in sharp eyes and barely hidden hunger. At first, Kay refuses. He keeps it professional. But Vincent plays dirty. He cancels shoots unless Kay is there. He ignores calls unless Kay answers. And worst of all, he flirts. Openly. In front of Kay. With others. A glamorous party. Vincent shows up late, draped in black velvet and shadows. Kay watches from a distance as Vincent wraps an arm around the young idol's waist, one of Kay's own talents. They laugh. The idol blushes, and Vincent leans in close. Kay excuses himself and disappears to the balcony. But not for long. Vincent follows. "Why are you running away?" he says, voice low, steps slow and predatory. "I'm not," Kay lies. "You always do. Back then and now." Vincent corners him, one hand pressed beside Kay's head, pinning him in place. "You know what pisses me off?" Kay stares up at him, heart pounding. "What? You act like I don't affect you, like you're not jealous, like I didn't dream of your face for 10 fucking years." Kay exhales slowly. "That's not my problem anymore." But Vincent's breath is already brushing against his skin. "Then why do you look like you're about to kiss him?" Kay finds out about Vincent's sponsor, a powerful executive who helped him rise in exchange for something more than talent. He confronts Vincent, furious. "You let yourself be used like that?" Vincent just shrugs. "Everyone wants something. You wanted to disappear. I wanted to survive." "And now?" Kay asks. Vincent's voice is quiet. "Now I want you to look at me the way you did back then." Kay can't speak. His heart, broken and pieced together for a decade, is breaking all over again. Vincent drags Kay to the rooftop during a rainstorm. No cameras, no games. "Why did you leave back then?" Vincent shouts over the wind. Kay finally answers, "Because I liked you too much. I thought it'd ruin you." Vincent grabs Kay's hand. "You ruined me the day you disappeared." And then he kisses him. Not soft, not sweet. Desperate, rain-soaked, painful, real. Kay doesn't push him away. The rain hasn't stopped. Neither of them moves. Kay's lips are still tingling from the kiss Vincent left. It wasn't just a kiss. It was everything unsaid for a decade crashing down. But he pulls away first. "Don't do this," Kay says, his voice shaking. "I'm your manager now." Vincent's eyes narrow. "You think I care about titles? I've waited 10 years, Kay. You think I'll stop now?" Kay turns away, fists clenched. "This industry isn't safe for people like us. You're already playing with fire because of that sponsor. You think they'll let you go just because you found your old high school crush?" Vincent steps closer. "I don't want to be safe." Kay tries to maintain professionalism. He arrives at Vincent's shoots early, prepares everything perfectly, talks only when necessary, avoids eye contact. Vincent, on the other hand, is chaos incarnate. He touches Kay's back when walking past, whispers things in his ear that aren't work-related, sends coffee with handwritten notes that say things like, "You still drinking black? I remember." Other staff start noticing, especially Yuna, the actress Vincent's sponsor wants him to be paired with for a public romance. Yuna leans into Vincent during interviews, touches his chest, giggles too much, all while eyeing Kay in the corner. And Kay, he just watches. Quiet, hurting, always pretending. One night, Vincent and Yuna are co-hosting a live variety show. The cameras are rolling, the audience loves the chemistry. Then Yuna jokes, "I've always liked strong men. Do you work out with your manager, Vincent?" Vincent's eyes sharpen instantly. "No, but he used to break bones with a kick." Laughter. But his gaze is locked on Kay, who's watching from backstage. Later, after the show, Kay walks past Vincent without a word. Vincent grabs his arm. "You just gonna pretend you didn't hear that?" Kay glares. "You think this is a game?" Vincent growls, pinning him against the wall. "This is war. You're the one who started it." Late that night, Kay is alone in his apartment. He opens a box. Inside, an old taekwondo medal, a photo of Vincent beneath the cherry blossoms, and a letter never sent. We flash back to high school. Kay had to leave. His father got involved in illegal fights and dragged the family name into shame. Kay was pulled out, sent to a relative far away. He wrote a letter to Vincent, but he never sent it, because he thought he wasn't good enough for him. Vincent is summoned to a private party. His sponsor demands time. Yuna is there. Kay has no choice but to attend too. The sponsor, a wealthy executive, puts a hand on Vincent's thigh and smiles in front of everyone. Kay stiffens, but Vincent grabs his hand under the table. Bold, reckless. The sponsor notices. "Getting too attached to your manager, Vincent?" Vincent doesn't blink. "Maybe I am." Later that night, Kay storms into Vincent's dressing room. "You're ruining yourself. You're picking fights with powerhouses. You think just because I showed up again, you can throw away everything you've built?" Vincent slams the door shut. "I built all this because you disappeared." Silence. "I did everything, became everything, hoping one day you'd see me again. And now you're here, acting like I'm still 17 and clueless." He steps forward, eyes burning. "You want to act like this is just work? Then stop looking at me like that." Kay's voice breaks. "I never stopped wanting you. I just thought I didn't deserve you." Vincent grabs his face, gentle. "For once, you were the only one who ever made me feel like a person." Later that night, Kay falls asleep on Vincent's couch, exhausted from everything. Vincent covers him with a blanket, reels beside him, and whispers, "You were never just a memory. You were the reason I kept going." Kay wakes up on Vincent's couch, the blanket still draped gently over his body. He sits up slowly. The apartment is quiet, luxurious, cold. Then he sees it. A small note on the coffee table. "I had a shoot. I'll be home before dinner. Stay. Kay exhales, rubbing his eyes. He hasn't changed. Or maybe he has. Maybe I'm the one pretending nothing happened. The kiss still lingers on his lips. Vincent stands shirtless in front of the camera, perfect physique lit by dramatic shadows. The photographer yells compliments. Eyes here, Vincent. That's it. Smoldering, dangerous, like you're hiding something. He is hiding something. His gaze keeps drifting toward the corner where Kay is watching with a clipboard. Silent, focused. Vincent stares too long. The photographer notices. Who's that? Manager? Smirks. Unicorners Kay in the hallway. You know you're ruining him, right? She says, eyes sharp. He was fine before you showed up. Kay tries to walk away, but she blocks him. You think it's romantic, what you're doing? You think someone like you can survive in this world tied to someone like him? Vincent appears behind her. Someone like him, he says coldly, is the only reason I haven't burned this industry to the ground. After you left, everything felt loud, too loud. The lights, the people, the flashes, like the world had gone blind but never stopped staring at me. I went to parties I never wanted to attend, laughed at jokes I didn't hear. I drank what they handed me and smiled when they told me I looked perfect. They dressed me in gold and poured perfume over the rot, branded me as something beautiful and empty. But the only time I ever felt alive was when someone looked at me and didn't see a product, didn't see perfection. He looked at me like I was just a boy under a cherry tree, and somehow that was enough to make me feel real. Tay tries to resign. I can't do this anymore, he says, handing over his badge. Vincent takes it, drops it on the floor. Then he slams Kay against the studio wall. Not violently, but desperately. You keep acting like you're just my manager, Vincent breathes. But every time I look at you, I forget the cameras. I forget the rules. I forget everything. Their faces are inches apart. I don't care who sees. You were mine before they ever knew my name. Later, Kay bandages Vincent's hand after he breaks a glass in a jealous rage during the party. I don't need you to destroy yourself for me, Kay says. Vincent's voice is quiet now. I already did. You just didn't notice. Kay looks up slowly. Their hands touch. And for the first time, Vincent's cold expression melts. Only for him. He's the only one who ever saw me. And now that he's back, I'll never let him disappear again.